Hello, everybody, and welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos that we've got for you this week.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, hey guys. Thank you so much for purchasing the YouTube OnlyFans. We like what you see. As a token of our appreciation, we too wanted to give back to the community. Oh yeah, this batch is ready.
We're gonna be rich! Guys, we don't need to do this anymore! We just got approved for the YouTube join button!
What the hell? What are we gonna do with all this?
Oh, I don't know, put it away!
Unless you guys still want it.
It's an oldie but goodie, OJ's Bathwater. Guys, thank y'all so much for supporting our
amazing.
content.
I like
If you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty and you like all the content we've been doing lately, you can contribute on Patreon or here on YouTube with the YouTube join button. And yeah, OJ's Bathwater. People have actually still been asking for that. And you know, tying that in, actually this month we're going to be doing a G Fuel video. If you haven't seen, we've been doing some G Fuel promotions, and they sent us every single flavor that they have, and we're going to try them all in one video if we can survive.
Did they say you
And
new
I'm
flavor?
curious what kind of flavor there would be for the Angry Army. OJ's Bathwater, maybe?
It's gonna be tart and sweet.
Ooh. Anyways, guys, give
nice
us
little
ideas of
afterkick.
what flavor would the Angry Joe Show be on the G Fuel. So stay tuned for that video that we'll do later on in the month. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show via Patreon, subscribe button, like button, any way you can. We appreciate it. And, yeah, let's get straight to the news.
All right, well, the big one this week is Xbox had their big reveal, and the crowd went mild.
Yeah, it did.
People were a little miffed, right? Because they did a poor job framing the event.
Yeah, and so for y'all to just to know, we didn't do an immediate reaction there, but we're going to film a reaction. We haven't seen it, so then you can get a highlights video of the show and a little bit more detailed discussion. Here on the news, we'll just cover this little bit here.
Yeah, so they revealed a lot of the other games. So stuff like Yakuza Like a Dragon. We got
Second Extinction.
Scorn, Raw Fury, Call of the Sea. Yes, and then your dinosaur game.
I've been saying it. I just want a dinosaur game.
But the issue is that both Xbox and Ubisoft and other people at this event, they kept saying that we were going to get gameplay. Now, this is really important because we have it's a new era as far as consoles go. We want to see what these consoles can do. We want to see what this gameplay looks like. And Paul Tassi in Forbes actually had a really great statement that I agreed with completely. He's like, had someone not told me, and I was just watching this video, this could have been the one from last year. Nothing about anything that we saw looked like it was like beyond the Xbox One, beyond the PS4.
Yeah.
And that's a problem because people right now are trying to decide. They have to make decisions at the end of the year. Are they going to upgrade the computer? Are they going to buy this $600 console?
They need a pre-order.
And then so people's expectations were high. They were set by Xbox. They were set by Ubisoft a little bit. I mean, Ubisoft did have their tweet the day before says, "Hey, first look gameplay trailer." Really, is that what we wanted? A 3-minute long gameplay trailer to see what this thing looked like, and it just didn't. So people were disappointed with the event.
Where's the gameplay at?
Yeah, we want to see
Disgusting,
what
stupid, awful. Nobody gives a shit about cinematic trailers.
That's all it was. Like what? Yeah.
So cinematic trailers tell you nothing.
It was so
In
bad. Like, I
Anthem's
was
case,
reading
they
the
lied to you.
comments. I was reading the comments. It's like, wow. They're like, thank you for watching. It's like, what? No, please tell me this is a joke. Where's the rest of it? Like L. I was like, damn. They were going hard on it.
Yeah, and then all of the gaming news sources were particularly hard. Even the ones that are normally like really pro Xbox were like, look, this was your opportunity, because they felt betrayed. It's like, this is the opportunity that you could get these people to come back to Microsoft, to go back to Xbox, show them all that you've got. Sony is silent. This is the time to strike and win people over, because Sony is doing nothing. And they're showing us nothing. We don't even know what the damn thing looks like. If it looks like that neck pillow, I want it to look like that neck pillow. That's the PlayStation 5 right there. But so it's the time for Xbox to win people over, and they just didn't do anything with it. So people were disappointed, and Xbox heard. So a couple days later, both Xbox and Ubisoft are come out and they're like, "Look, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry we set the wrong expectation. We will show you some more stuff later." They just have to kind of get grips on this whole PR and marketing thing, because you can't
The marketing manager for Xbox, he's a cool guy. He knows of me, and you know, when I went hard against Xbox when they had the nanny console, I forget his name, Aaron Greenberg, something like that, and he's nice to me every time he sees me.
GM Aaron Greenberg,
he's a cool guy. But that was a screw up, and it was himself that admitted it in a tweet.
Yeah, he was the one who said, clearly we set some wrong expectations, and that's on us.
And I was like, yeah, that guy's cool. He would totally own up to something. So I think it was just a bungle misstep. I don't think that this spells doom for Xbox.
No.
I just think they got the wires crossed about what the event was supposed to be.
It was.
And they needed to come out swinging a little harder than that, show some gameplay when they announce gameplay. Everybody's there expecting gameplay. And we had no gameplay. Where's the gameplay at, Lebowski?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the creative director for Assassin's Creed said, "You rightfully expected to see more today. We have a long marketing campaign ahead of us. You'll see in-depth gameplay and a lot more info about the game." Thank you for your
that
excitement
was
and
the
passion.
hilarious part is the Ubisoft one.
Yeah.
The Valhalla is like, oh, you liked the trailer that we showed?
Yeah.
Just stay tuned. Check out this next one. First look gameplay trailer. I was, whoa, we're going to maybe see, how do we build our village? How do we, attack via the boats? And no,
Thank you for watching.
Another fucking,
hey,
there might have been.
Where is it?
There might have been a few seconds of gameplay hidden in there.
Like,
but when you manipulate the camera and shit, no. Gameplay means that it is literally a person holding a controller saying, check this out. And then we start playing. No camera tricks, no fucking processed bullshit, no cinematic trailers. For the love of God, it was supposed to be cool. And that's why I was like, yeah, we ain't bothering right now. We'll get it on the news episode, and we'll do some highlights. So stay tuned for the video after with some highlights of our reactions from the thing. It'll probably get 3 views because it's boring as shit, and they didn't do that great of a job.
Except for the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, speaking of Assassin's Creed, they announced that it's not going to be available on Steam. It's going to be an Epic Game Store and the Ubisoft Store exclusive.
What? Valhalla?
Valhalla will not be available on Steam. And so Ubisoft has confirmed that Valhalla will only be sold on Uplay and Epic Game Store as its exclusive third-party option. Ubisoft is avoiding Steam because of its business model. Vice President Chris Early said in a New York Times interview that Steam's business model is unrealistic. It doesn't reflect where the world is today in terms of game distribution. Talking about how Steam, for smaller games, and so this is actually where the article said that Steam takes 70% and leaves it back.
Right, he's talking about the percentage.
For smaller games, that is true. For larger companies like Ubisoft, I think it's 80-20, which is still significantly lower amount than you get with the Epic Game Store. So I think some of the big companies are finally had enough with Steam, and maybe this will make them finally do something.
Yeah, right. People have been... Look, this is me beating up on Steam's dead body, and Steam
like
does
a little
nothing.
squeaky toy. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah.
Like, fucking do something.
Do something. Joe, put in a squeak effect. That's do something. Do something. Just fucking match. Match the goddamn profit sharing. Okay?
Well, do you remember what Tim Sweeney said about a year ago? He
He's
said,
like,
"If
I'll just shut down.
I will
the store.
shut down
But
this
that's
store
not,
if
that's
you."
Not gonna happen.
We didn't believe him then. I don't believe him now.
Yeah.
But hey, remember it was funny when he said it.
Yeah, it was funny when he said it, and it seems I'm going to do it because they're greedy, and they. I mean, even though they have the lion's share of the market, they don't want to give up to 5% to 10% to whatever it's going to take in order for them to stop getting blocked out of the exclusives that Epic is getting. No, they don't care. And eventually, Epic is going to catch up with the features of Steam, hopefully. And then we'll see. And then by then, without any complaints of, Epic's lazy, Epic doesn't have the features of Steam, and now that it's on par, then, if Epic continues this, then Steam is going to start losing market share.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already losing market share, but I mean more significantly where they actually have to get up off the ground and do something.
We also got another announcement from EA. So Microsoft had announced for the Xbox, especially with this weird transition time, with some of the delays of some of the games, that Microsoft was going to have something called the Smart Delivery Program, that if you bought something that came out, that was eventually coming out on Xbox Series X, that they would just automatically upgrade. Now, it is not required, so Microsoft can't force the game companies to do that, but they're going to do it for all their own titles. They're encouraging other people to do it. Cyberpunk is going to be one of those things. And we were wondering what other companies like EA was going to do. Now, Patrick Mahomes...
What is this smart
He told
launch?
me I get it for free.
Yes.
Madden. I get Madden. Well,
No, you don't get it for free.
If you had purchased it for Xbox One, like if a game comes out and...
You get a free copy, smart delivery to your Xbox Series X.
Yes.
That's what Patrick told
and
me.
even if you purchase it, like what, on the PC?
No, it has to be for Xbox One or one of the previous generation.
Specifically Xbox One, you get a free copy on the next one.
So when Cyberpunk comes
That's
out...
pretty sweet.
Yeah, so that's a really
That's
cool
great.
program. EA decided that they weren't going to take part exactly in that program, so they have an alternative. So they turned to Patrick Mahomes, saying the company would provide free Xbox Series X upgrades for the Xbox One version of the game. That's true, but only for a limited time. In order to get the next-gen version of Madden 21 for free, you must purchase the game on Xbox One before December 31st and redeem your upgrade on Xbox Series X by March 31st. So they're just shortening because they're shortening the window. They want you. They want
to make
why
money.
would they want to sell you the game twice?
Yeah, but who's gonna be fucking buying Madden fucking 21 in December 22nd? Nobody. I don't understand why. It's not like they're gonna lose a lot of fucking sales on December 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. I don't get it. Just shut up, EA. EA is big enough now where they don't want to completely give over control to everybody else. So they're just like, nah, man, we're going to do our own thing.
So they're going to do their own thing. I imagine what they're going to do on Xbox will probably be the same things they do on PlayStation. We don't know if PlayStation is going to do the same thing, where if you buy something on PS4, it goes over to PS5. But I imagine it will. The PlayStation would have to be... That's a real dumb move. If that's a big selling point for Microsoft. If you buy all of the games that you buy from September to December, which is a big game release window, that's when Cyberpunk. That's when a lot of the end of the year stuff comes. That you just don't automatically get it on your newer.
So just
console.
going back to the story, you have to actually redeem a code. You have to take action yourself.
Yes. Versus
the smart delivery where it does it for you.
Yes.
That's probably where it's at. There's some save sales in there because people will save the coupons. They'll be like, shit, I fucking forgot.
Happens to me all the time.
I'm so lazy, I don't feel like fucking it. And then they look, oh, fuck! It's past the expiration time. But still, I mean, how much of a bar is that smaller bar? Is it that, I mean, that's how much EA gives a fucking shit about their customers, that they would do that just so that they could have a little tiny bit more of the bar.
Try to squeeze every penny out of you.
Well, they're going to make so much money on that anyway with the team system and all of the...
And FIFA.
And all the other things. So they're trying. They said that we're going to do something. It's just... They're not going to do the thing that everyone wants them to do, but no one expected them to do it anyway.
Fuck you.
So, am I mad at them? It's like, no, you're still in the piece of shit pile, and there you shall remain.
We did something. Pat us in the back.
Nope.
No.
Get back in the corner. All right, so we got the last story I want to cover today is an update that we talked about a couple weeks ago about Mick Gordon being unhappy with the Doom
this
soundtrack.
Is a news story that we missed. It was like on Tuesday or Wednesday. We've had to wait all the way till now. This is some fucking shocking ass shit.
Yeah,
I'm a big Mick Gordon fan. I felt like his music made Doom.
Speaks to me.
That's what they said is music it's an emotion. When you're conveying emotion. It's like 70% visuals and 30% audio. Or maybe it's actually the other way around when you're conveying emotion. And, so obviously his music was fucking badass. And I'm a huge Mick Gordon fan. And I was like, you better,
treat
Doom
him
Eternal.
Right.
You better use Mick Gordon. There is no one else to use
Make
but
sure
Mick
he
Gordon.
gets everything he needs.
Everything.
Yes.
But then we got a news story
what
here.
he did what?
Now, everybody, you probably already know about it because it's been a week. But
Yeah, so-
go ahead and let them know that it's not so cut and dry on Mick Gordon's end.
Yeah, so Marty Stratton, who's in charge of id Software and this particular issue, put a big open letter on Reddit.
And why did he do that?
And he wanted
because
there's a huge backlash. So
Yeah.
once the people started reporting what Mick had said, he's like, "Look, I'm not working with him anymore.
yeah, we covered that part.
I didn't edit any of these things." And so some people took it to the extra step just from being upset to started threatening employees and attacking people, and it just went
That's
above
the
and
fucking
beyond.
internet,
That's
the no
overboard.
lives.
So Marty put a open letter to say, look, and tried to set the record straight. He's like, look, yes, it's correct that we didn't know that he didn't want to work with us anymore, but and we also want to say why the things happened the way that they did. There was a timeline that Mick didn't meet, then we gave him a little bit more time, and he still didn't meet it, and so they had to rush together, and that's why some of the things were edited, and it wasn't, or kind of pushed together, and it wasn't the high quality music that Mick would have done. But the game also had to be released at a certain period of time. They were bound by they have to release the soundtrack when the game is released in certain countries. So he goes on in the letter to explain some of the situation. So
Yeah, so you're kind of combing over the like big bits. So they did January is when they said go ahead and do the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then you have to deliver it in March. Now I don't know, Joe, if that's enough time for an awesome composer to do his shit for 12 tracks. I don't know. You tell me in the comments. You got experience with that. It really, and I guess it's really based on project.
Yeah.
But the main thing is he said he agreed to it, put his name on the contract. So once you do that, it's like, Mick, come on, man. You said
Gotta
you
get
get
to
it done
work.
by March. And then
so he said he was going to be late. He couldn't make the deadline. He needed 4 extra weeks. So they're like, look, we'll give you 6. And even then, after the 4 weeks that he wanted and the 2 extra weeks that they gave him, it still wasn't done. So they had to do a bunch of things, to piece everything together and just deliver, an acceptable and good product. There was not a part where I was playing Doom where it's like it doesn't live up to, what it needs to be. So
Yeah,
I didn't find it.
I'm not that big of a metalhead. I
No.
kind of felt like something was wrong, and I did notice an emphasis on way more of the other tracks in the Doom universe.
Yeah.
Remember in your Fortress, I was
Yeah.
like, man, I didn't realize that the music was that badass in Doom 64 or Quake or some of these other ones. They were kind of putting a lot of focus on other composers when you would think they would fill the halls with Mick Gordon.
They were
right?
prepping you.
if they loved Mick Gordon. But they were sort of prepping you.
Yeah, and the final thing he says, as for the immediate future, we are at the point of moving on and won't be working with Mick on the DLC we currently have in production. So if you're
So
expecting,
there's the big.
that's a the big thing that
says,
Damn.
no mas.
fuck that guy. We ain't working with him no more. Essentially, because I don't know whether this is a sign of Mick turning into prima donna or he just had a lot of stress at that time and he needed more time. And Bethesda said, or ID Software said, okay, here's some more time. And then still no delivery. And then Mick's like, okay, well, I can deliver the tracks
He's at that
afterwards
writer's block.
when you do. And then, okay, we'll go ahead and put them as an update later on into the game. So that it seems like they're being super accommodating and it was just a bad situation. And then to then later have Mick go on social media. Like, that would have been fine, right? And it's an unfortunate situation and it's a little dirty and you got to clean it up. But then for Mick to go online and be like, I didn't fucking mix that as a piece of,
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done it like that. It's like, Mick,
Well,
man,
you had your time.
You had your fucking time,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like, I don't know, all the love that I had
Extended
for Mick and all the blind defending that I would do for Mick, unless Mick comes out and says, no,
Yeah.
now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah, we're
That's
waiting another letter.
But so far nothing from Mick. So I guess they were in the right and it wasn't as cut and dry as we thought. And in this instance, Mick Gordon just sort of failed to deliver on time, at least. And it led to some of them having to get creative and take Mick's music and remix it. And then there was arguments over who should be credited.
Yeah.
And Mick was, I don't know if this was reported that Mick was a little annoyed that another person had credit on there. Well, Mick, fuck you, dude. Because, like,
If he had to mix it together for you, he gets
do
credit.
somebody
something.
else mixed it, and you don't want that person to get credit, no, fuck you, dude.
Finish the work on time.
Finish the work on time. Sorry, man. I know that's controversial for me to say, but, like, you're taking credit from somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
I understand it's outside of people's control, but when you sign a contract to deliver on a certain date, and then also you have extensions, and you didn't make those extensions, and then you go on social media blasting the people that gave you the extensions, it's going to create drama.
In his defense, for this, he didn't seek them out, right? All of the information that we got from Mick were people asking him specifically about certain instances. So he wasn't making like a big expose Twitter post where he's like, "I'm calling them out.
Sure.
They didn't do those
Yeah,
things."
Definitely.
So
I wouldn't have mixed it that way.
Yeah.
So you almost think that this is, ID kind of shooting a shot at him. When
I don't think
they
so.
didn't even
No,
need
I don't.
to.
I don't think that either of these
Mick
parties.
might probably see it as a shot at him.
Yeah, maybe. So anytime someone is defending themselves from you, and your fans or people like you feel attacked, and so I imagine with this letter he felt a little bit attacked.
Yeah.
But as all things, there's going to be two sides of the story, and right now we have
One.
1.5 ish. So
Still
we,
think he's a great composer. There's
I love
tracks
his work.
of him in there that are damn good, and it's a damn shame the way it worked out. Maybe time will heal the wounds,
Yeah.
and we'll see if they do another Doom, and if they bring Mick in, or maybe a guest composer, and they roll up some trucks of money to Mick. Maybe Mick will say, "All right, I'll do one or two. I ain't gonna do the whole track, but I'll do guest composing."
Yeah.
We'll see.
all right, that's all we got for this video. Make sure that you check out the second one, which will be up shortly. Check out G Fuel and some of the links below.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. We'll see you on the next video.